Welcome our viewers to the new episode of Education Exchange and the last episode this year. I have to start with a personal note because when I first came to the studio of Public Access TV back in the 90s, I was invited by John Karhoff, the father of this program, as a representative of the staff of the alternative school that used to be called CEC, the Community Education Center Secondary School. And then time passed, CEC gone to history and was replaced by SHAC, which was absorbed by the district, and the alternative school became history. And I came again as a representative of the staff of SHAC here to talk about alternative education until we were successfully able to create Tate High School. And that was in the new millennium, right? The 2004 we began, and 2005 used to be the first official year in the history of Tate High School. So Tate High School and its predecessors are part of my history, my personal history. I lived as a teacher after I concluded my medical career, teaching alternative school, believing in alternative school. And from there, I think I have seen amazing talents and amazing abilities that people didn't realize about people who go to Tate. They are simply people who would like to be treated as individuals, not as numbers. And they believe in their identity, in their individuality. And that's the kind of kids that I belong to myself. So it's a very special feeling that our last show this year will be with Tate High School. And it's an emotional night for me, and I welcome Savannah and Shanika here, who are members of the student council in the wonderful school, Tate High School. And behind you, two of the eminent advisors and teachers and coaches, Coach K, Mr. Coffran, and next to him is Anne, who is actually the council advisor, student council advisor, and Kotar, right?
Yeah.
So next to me is Alwi, our co-host, and you will start interviewing Savannah.
Sure. Yes, I apologize for getting a little teary-eyed. Wasn't sure if Anne was also getting tears, but it's so nice to hear that you've really put a lot of your heart and soul into Tate, because I too have heard a lot of great things about the school. Personally, my brother attended Tate, in which that's part of our connection, and so to me it also has a very special place in my heart. So we'll start off with talking to the kids. Hi there, Savannah. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. It's good to have you on our show, and I just want to ask you, what's your experience been like at Tate?
It's been really good. Everybody is so nice, and everyone just knows everyone else, and the teachers are so helpful. It's just really good.
That's wonderful. And Shanika, and you, what's your experience been like?
At first I didn't think I was going to like it because it's like a smaller school, so I'm not really used to it. But then I started making friends, and the teachers, if they just see you walking past in the hallway, they'll make sure they say hi and stuff, and
That's wonderful.
they make really good connections.
It's kind of family life. And are the teachers, are they go with their first name like when we started, or no?
Probably addressing by their last names. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think that was too much. We have gone extreme, you know. But so let me ask you, Mr. Coffin, Coach K, how did you? I know that we first met and you were at Northwest Junior High, and people there loved you so much.
Right.
And you used to come to my science class there and make sure that kids are behaving.
Check in on the substitutes and make sure they have all the materials and everything they need.
Exactly. When I was replacing one of the, I think, teacher that was ill for 2 months or so. How did you move to Tate?
So Tate needed a physical education program. They initially had an independent PE program, and they wanted to kind of make it more official and get it more with the guidelines of the district and the state needs. And so Ann Browning hired me as their first PE teacher. I teach there in the afternoons. I teach in the morning at Gardner Elementary and travel to Tate. We don't have a gym, as you may know, facility master plans, and that big bond that's coming up to vote for. It's very important. A big push for that to get Tate a gym. But in the meantime, we travel to Planet Fitness. Both these ladies are in my PE classes, and so we use the facility at Planet Fitness. We also go to Mercer Gymnasium to have a class, and a lot of times we try to stay on campus if the weather's nice. So we just do a lot of different activities and kind of show them some lifelong activities they might do after high school and show them a lot of different sports and stuff.
I know that Tate was very prominent in basketball too. Are they still?
We had a team this year. We did pretty well. One of my main goals is just have everybody score a basket on the team. So we might not win every game, but just getting everybody involved and having success with everybody on the team. And so got close to our goal and fell a little short in the playoffs, but it was just a positive experience for some of these students and boys. I coached the volleyball team as well, but you know they might not have an opportunity to play back for City High or West High. So having our own team at Tate really does bring that family piece together and a lot of success from that.
Ms. Cotard, can you tell me now your role as an advisor for the student council? You have a lot of activities, right?
We do. We've, I think, grown our student council this year compared to last. This is actually the second year for Tate Student Council. So it's still growing and evolving, but this is my first year as an advisor, my first experience with student council, and I think it's been positive for the kids. I know I've learned quite a bit about the students who are involved in it, and we've forged some close relationships, and I got to work with Kevin, which has been really nice, and he's been a great addition. So I look forward to next year and having even more, activities and community involvement. I think they're ready for, the next step.
Sure. As a student council advisor, you were able to put together some activities. One is the food pantry that you put together. What was that like? What was your experience like with that?
Yeah, it's been a joint relationship with Trinity Church downtown Iowa City, and UAY is helping a little bit. We have an intro clip if you want to watch it. KCRG came and did an interview with us, so if you could play the clip.
We sure waiting for the control room. Yeah.
So the church drops off, there's items like food items, there's also toiletry items, diapers for kids and stuff.
One Iowa City school is getting food into the hands of students in need. Elizabeth Tate Alternative High School in Iowa City started a school food pantry program today. It's a pilot, and it's at Tate High School because the school has an above-average percentage of students who receive free or reduced price lunches. Tate's rate is about 64% of the student population. Now this is compared to about 35.5% at the Iowa City School District level. KCRG TV9's Iowa City Bureau Chief Mark Carlson shows us how the food pantry program works.
Well, essentially what they've done here at Tate High School is put a food pantry inside the school. The Johnson County Board of Supervisors were heavily involved with this, as well as the Crisis Center of Johnson County. The supervisors put forward $12,000 to get this off the ground and running. One supervisor says it's a very important project, and he's looking forward to see how it all works. This will be open Monday and Friday afternoons. Monday you can can take home some food for the week, and then Friday load up for the weekend. And in a lot of cases, the kids here at Tate are parents themselves. In a lot of cases, they're contributing toward the family income or doing the cooking for the family. There's all kinds of different dynamics out there, but there's definitely a need for some extra food in some of these families. And officials say they hope to see other programs like this expand to other schools within the district. In Iowa City, Mark Carlson, KCRG, TV9 News.
And Anne Browning is the leader of the school, and she's very visionary, and she believes in kids, and she has a lot of good ideas always, right?
Yeah. I think she believes also in the fundamentals of this program is trying to reach students who might not have family or those items at home. So on Monday, they'll bring in some fresh items for kids to take home during the week, and then they'll also come back on Friday with the large items for the weekend. And then throughout the day through the week, we'll have a grab-and-go cart, and so there'll be lots of fruit and vegetables and yeah.
On their way out the door, when the bell rings at the end of the day, they can grab a healthy snack.
Oh, sure.
Something to drink. It's a really nice program, and it's been student driven in the fact that we polled students in advisory as to what their needs were. So really student driven, what are they missing at home, or what can they not get access to? We have students take diapers for siblings who have babies at home or their own children, wipes. So it's been a real variety, and I think it's meeting a lot of needs.
And that was a very impressive number of how much you guys were pulling in food.
Mm-hmm.
It's incredible. Another activity and program that I heard earlier, we were talking before the show started, was sort of like a Toys for Tots concept, but you guys call it the Holiday Store.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, that was started by our guidance counselor, Christina Brown, and in sort of as a memorial to her sister who passed away. And we accept donations for goods to be sold in the holiday store. And Savannah and Shanika are both part of student council, sort of running the store, wrapping gifts. So kids come down as shoppers, and then we hold their gifts for them until they can take them home and give them to a loved one. For a holiday present.
She is an extremely talented guidance counselor, Christina. You are lucky to have her, as a matter of fact. We had her in this show last year. She came with Anne Browning, and I kept calling her Miss Browning and keep calling Anne Miss Brown. So
You're not the only one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of students at our school like that.
So that's, and I think we heard about the blood drive. Can you address that?
Yes, so we usually have 2 blood drives every year, but this year we just had 1. And we went around and we asked students and teachers and family members if they would come and donate blood. And a lot of students signed up for it this year. I'm not quite sure how many, but it was good.
And the amount of blood that we collected saved 44 lives, I think.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
as a Tate student body. So
It was an
That's
improved
impressive.
turnout from last year, so we were pleased with that.
Sure.
Shanika, can you talk to me about the Spirit Days? What are those Spirit Days?
student appreciation.
So every Friday we have like a theme to where like last Friday was superhero theme. So like you would wear superhero or something like that. And then this week we have a student appreciation week, which is every day of the week it has like something to appreciate the students with. So today was a positive locker like referral thing. So like each locker had a positive note on it. So you would see it and like you would and then it's fun.
I love that. With prom season.
Yeah, I think
last 2 weeks.
I think Dr. Murley, who was
nice.
with us in another show, he mentioned Tate's prom.
Oh,
He said that was very good,
It's well put
So
together.
he
yeah.
credits you. Can you tell us about that experience?
So the student council, we figured out a theme of what we wanted it, and we chose the Las Vegas theme. And a lot of student council, me and Savannah, we were decorations. So like we would look for decorations to decorate, and Miss Marcia is one of the art helpers, and like she helped us with it. We put like gigantic cards on the windows, and like it was very nice.
That sounds pretty cool.
And you have Dan Kenny too, a very talented.
Yeah.
And you have two, as a matter of fact, two art teachers there now, right? And it's wonderful.
Prom was extremely successful. So it was only our second one ever, and the numbers grew this year. And like students and the teachers helped out with decorations, and had a DJ come, and we had some math, calculation, poker games going on. So yeah, it was successful. It was awesome.
One of the observations that people that used to come and visit me there, I work for the media, and so I have a lot of friends that are outside of the education system. So they come and visit me, and they were eager to see what an alternative education is. And they had this what should I say?
Preconceived notion.
Yeah, preconceived notion that there's a lot of conflicts and kids are fighting, and they were surprised to see kids so peaceful and so
In harmony.
in harmony. And we have had, as a matter of fact, the conflicts were less than any high school in the city, with all due respect, you know. But they come and say, "Oh, we heard that alternative education is always in trouble." That's not really true.
I really believe that we have a great support system in our school for behavior needs, attendance concerns, or academic concerns. We can fit and fill all of those needs. I think that Tate's a great place for second chances, like teen moms or kids that maybe have been out of school for a while or transferred in from other cities. I just really feel that our school is very accepting, and it's just a great place to learn and work and raise grades and get credit, make relationships, friendships, play extra activities.
So now you are at the age where you start to dream about the future. So tell me about your dream. How do you see yourself in maybe 10, 15 years from now?
I want to be a therapist. So I want to graduate, and I want to go to college, and I want to go to Kirkwood. Coach K last year for PE took us to Kirkwood and showed us around, and I thought that was really nice.
The regional center or the
the one that was by
learning
the school.
center?
Iowa City campus.
Oh, campus.
And he showed us around there, and he said it's a really good school, and so I think I'm going to go there.
And I think it's and the regional center is a very good chance too, because you can learn skills and you can get 3 credits, high
Right.
school plus Kirkwood plus university. And
There's current students at Tate that catch a bus and go to the regional center and get those technical trades. So we already have, I think, 4 or 5 students that are taking classes right now at Kirkwood.
yeah, that's a great advantage. Tell me about your dreams.
I want to be an interior designer. So, like, I wanted to go to UNI for my 4 years, but Coach K told me to do like 2 years at Kirkwood and then transfer over to UNI. So
Actually, it's a good plan.
Yeah, it really
Between
is.
me and you, I mean, you can save money this way
that's the other
and
thing
get the
that-
same credit
Yeah.
and the same learning experience. And as a matter of fact, you know, Tanya Kohi there, she's the head of the art department. She's making a wonderful, without any bias, I would say that it competes easily with the art school. Tanya's program is wonderful there. You can learn everything there, from printmaking to oil painting to interior design to web design, everything. So your coach is very knowledgeable.
Very good.
Go ahead, Ellie.
I do have to add that I have a business partner who also went to Tate. She had a child at age 16, so she attended Tate. She said that she gives all of the credit to Tate for helping her support get her education up to through college to where she's at now. And like I said, she's my business partner and she's an entrepreneur and she's this incredible driven woman who just knows how to implement that go-getter, energy and self about her, and she just exudes it, and I look up to her a lot. So it's good luck, really.
Wherever I go in this city, I see our kids doing marvelous jobs. I mean, I was recently at the Olive Garden, and the head chef there, the main cook, is Sarah Kuhn, who is a graduate of our school. If you, and if you go and see the manager at Blick, Megan Bishop, who is again one of our kids. Todd Woodburn, one of the most famous artists now. And you can see him in any fair downtown painting kids' faces. And it takes him maybe 2 or 3 minutes to make a character in the face, making good money. He and his wife, Nikki Stites. So everywhere we go, we find successful stories about alternative education. So you have to be very proud of your school and of the staff that are supporting you there. Is there anything both of you would like to talk to our viewers about Tate? You have to understand there is some stereotypical impression.
I want to break those walls down. Please, anybody, come over to Tate for a day and walk through our halls, talk to our teachers, talk to our students, see the great stuff that's going on. Student council students have helped us make some of those dreams come true. So it's another great building in our district to learn.
Yeah, we got to break this stigmatization that our kids are victims of in this particular wonderful school.
Well, and there's a growing need for alternative education in our community, and I think it's evident in our growing numbers. And I think we're just meeting a lot of important needs in the community. Kids from all different backgrounds, socioeconomic, ethnicities. So I think that Tate is an important and integral part of our community, and I hope that people will take it upon themselves to sort of get to know Tate students before making any sort of assumptions, or because I know that I can't imagine really working anywhere else. I love Tate, so.
So how we are approaching the end of the school year, how are you going to spend the summer?
I am going to a youth camp in Ogden, Iowa at the Sunstream Park.
Super.
I'm trying to get a job.
Good plan.
Make living and support your education. Great. Final notes, anything you want to add?
Thank you for having us on the show. Appreciate it.
Alwi.
Thank you. Thank you for being on the show. It's been a great pleasure, and like I said, it's Tate I have a special place in my heart for Tate School. So even though I didn't go, but my brother, says a lot of great positive things about the school.
After you settle down with your program, I think they still can have volunteers there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can apply and volunteer there and be helpful. Oh, yeah.
Sure.
And they have, I think, do you still have the mentor-mentee program there, or not yet?
No, but mentors are really positive.
Okay.
So, yeah, through other organizations, but not through Tate.
Before we leave this setting here and this TV show, I would like to thank parents who are with us tonight. I know that that was very good that you came to support your kids.
Yeah.
And this by itself is very meaningful. Thank you for doing this. Now, I look at you now, Mr. Kenny. How many minutes do we have left? 3 minutes. In these 3 minutes, I would like to see how do you see the future of the school?
Adding a gym. I think we're trying to get a couple more classrooms, more elective programs like foreign language you're talking about. That would be great to bring it back. I know the funding's tough for that with teaching, but
And I would like to say that foreign language is important, and it was very successful because I recall being, in addition to teaching art and humanities, I was teaching French at the alternative school, and I had many kids signed up for the class. Many.
requirement for college, so it'd be
Yes.
nice if we kind of offered that as well. So, you know,
Next year that we go one-to-one in the secondary schools with technology, so every student in our building is going to have a laptop computer that belongs to them when they walk through the door. Every morning they're going to pick up their laptop, and I think that our school really has a lot of potential to be leaders in the district on trying new things with students, innovative, and I think our teachers are really progressive and forward-thinking, and our students as well. They're ready for a challenge, and so I look forward to really challenging students in new and creative and exciting ways with technology.
And do you think if the community supports the general obligation bond issue, do you think that this will benefit your school?
definitely.
You
Tate's on the bond.
expand?
Yeah, we need more classroom space as well. We're just growing, and
For the information to our public here, the kids are, you said 100 now?
Yep.
In the area?
Yep.
yeah.
And how many classes, or how many classrooms do you have?
10.
Yeah.
10
classrooms.
Oh. You don't have temporary there?
Nope.
Yeah, okay. Well, it has been a wonderful chance having you tonight.
Thank you for having me.
There is nothing better to conclude our year than being with Tate kids and teachers.
I couldn't
Right.
agree more.
Yeah. So thank you again very much. This program will be on YouTube tonight. And we have a channel with thanks to Trenton and the staff at Public Access TV who welcomed us all the time. All this facility that you see is because of Public Access TV and their generosity helping our education system. And we are going to be on channel 18, that's Public Access TV, and channel 21, that's the education channel, as well as Public Access TV website. And thank you, viewers, for watching us and for supporting Tate High School, our fourth important school in our district. Thank you.